The first race pacers are all in behind the starting gate, and here they come. And they're off. That's Mighty Fine Magic firing out of the gate and going for the lead. Bold and Sassy down at the rail. And then See the Heat races away in third. They race around the clubhouse turn, and Mighty Fine Magic up to take the early lead. Up on the outside, that is Idiom, gaining ground quickly now into second. Bold and Sassy is racing in third. And then along the inside is See the Heat racing in a fourth. On the extreme outside, that is Big Team pacing into the top five, followed by Heroic racing in sixth. And then it is back to King Al in seventh, and the two trailers, Broadway Concept and Craig's Crown. The opening quarter of a mile clocked in 30 1/5, and as they race up the backstretch, that is Mighty Fine Magic doing the give and go with Idiom, and Mighty Fine Magic gave up the lead but retakes it very quickly. Idiom racing in second. Bold and Sassy is third. Along the inside, that is King Al racing in fourth as they go to the far turn. It is Mighty Fine Magic leading the way, Idiom racing in second, and they are on the half in a minute flat. And now they move to the far turn. Mighty Fine Magic has the lead. Along the inside, Idiom racing in second. On the outside, Heroic is gaining ground now in third. And then King Al is moving on the outside, racing in fourth, with Big Team completing the top five. Shuffled back is See the Heat racing in sixth. And then it's Craig's Crown racing seventh, followed by Broadway Concept eighth. They are rounding the turn, coming for the top of the home stretch, and Mighty Fine Magic maintaining the lead. Heroic up on the outside, racing second. King Al tips three wide for the drive home. The 3/4 in 1:30 1. They straighten up into the home stretch, and Mighty Fine Magic along the inside darts off to lead by more than 2. Idiom has racing room to the outside. Idiom waiting until the final 1/8 of a mile to make a move. King Al's gaining on the extreme outside. They come down to the final 16th. Mighty Fine Magic is the leader. Idiom a little rough gated, closing fast as Bold and Sassy. It is Mighty Fine Magic, Bold and Sassy. See the Heat flying on the inside. Mighty Fine Magic, Bold and Sassy, and See the Heat. They hit the line, and a 3-way photo. The second race pacers are all in behind the gate, and here they come. And they're off, and that's Goal Line driving for the lead. Goal Line outpacing the field to the first turn, and Sinalog in along the rail is racing away in second. Hillview Dusk is third. Kib Ebony takes the turn, racing in fourth, and then it is back to J.D.'s fella completing the top 5. Up on the outside is Playover racing in sixth, and then up on the outside that is Holly Hillbow in seventh, followed by Young TNT racing in eighth, and Anticipating trails the field. They race around the turn, go to the backstretch, and leading the way is Goal Line on top by a length. There goes Sinalag up on the outside to challenge, and Sinalag pacing very quickly, races by to grab the lead. The quarter was in 30 seconds flat. Sinalog's in front, racing second is Goal Line. Then Hillview Dusk is in third, and then it is back to Kid Ebony completing the first 4. Along the inside, JD's fella racing in fifth. Playover moves to the outside in sixth, and then it is back to Anticipating, Young TNT, and Holly Hill Bow. They move to the far turn, and Sinalog has the lead by a length. Racing in second is Goal Line. Half-time 59-4. And now they start around the far turn, and Sinalog has the lead. Goal Line racing in second, and up on the outside, closing in. That is Kid Ebony racing in third. Along the inside is Hillview Dusk racing fourth. Playovers on the outside in fifth. JD's fella down at the rail is in sixth. Young TNT's on the outside seventh. And then it is back to Anticipating, and Holly Hill Bow has been shuffled back and now trails the field. They are rounding the turn, coming for the top of the home stretch, and Sinalog has the lead. That's Goal Line down at the rail, looking for a way out. And on the outside, Kid Ebony keeping Goal Line tucked in tight. They race by the 3/4 in 1:30 and Sinalog sprints away from the field to lead by a length and a half. And now Goal Line has a little racing room to work with. Playovers into the action, now racing in third, coming up the rail. Hillview Dusk is fourth. Into the final 16th, and it is Goal Line chasing Sinalog to the wire. Sinalog in front, Hillview Dusk coming home fast at the rail. It's Sinalog in front. Hillview Dusk was second, and Goal Line finished third. Third race pacers are all in behind the gate, and here they come. And they're off. That's Video Bandit going for the early lead. Up on the outside is KAB Command from in between. Second Warning. They race onto the clubhouse turn, and Video Bandit's up to grab the lead. At the rail is Second Warning. KAB Command takes the third spot at the rail, with Shifty Swoosh racing in fourth. Chicago Cub Fan out of the gate in fifth. Kaminsky King is racing in sixth, and then it's back to Just Newcomb in seventh. Charities Gambler and Ship's Captain trail the field. They are in post position order as they make the turn and straighten up onto the backstretch. Video Bandit darts off to a 3-length lead over Second Warning in second. The opening quarter of a mile was a leisurely 31-4. And now with the wind at their back, they're racing up the backstretch, and Video Bandit continues to lead. Second Warning racing in second, followed by KAB Command in third. Shifty Swoosh is fourth. Chicago Cub Fan races fifth. Comiskey King is in sixth, and then Just Newcomb racing seventh, followed by Charities Gambler, and Ship's Captain trails the field. No movement as of yet. They're going to the half-mile marker, and Video Bandit continues to show the way. They race to the far turn after a half of 102-4, and it is a Video Bandit still on top. Second Warning racing second, and now KAB Command is revving up from third, followed by Shifty Swoosh, who races in fourth. Along the inside, the top five, Chicago Cub Fan. Comiskey King made a break and is backing through the field. Up on the outside, that is Just Newcomb moving into the first six. And then it is back to Ship's Captain racing in seventh. Charities Gambler is eighth, and after the misstep, Comiskey King trails the field. They are at the top of the home stretch, and it is Video Bandit leading the way. KB Command on the outside, 3/4 and 1:34-2. There's 3/16 of a mile left to race, and Video Bandit has had things all his own way. Unchallenged to this point, and Video Bandit is coasting into the final eighth of a mile, 3 lengths to the good. Second up the rail, Second Warning from in between KB Command. Outside, that is a Shifty Swoosh, but as they come to the line, no worries for Video Bandit. Made every pole a winning one. Video Bandit's in front. Second Warning, second, third, KAB Command. The fourth race pacers are all in behind the gate, and here they come. And they're off. Keystone Throng going for the early lead. Fantastic Finale out of the gate quickly. Our Last Chef outpaced to the first turn, is back into third. And then up on the outside, Topeka takes the first four, followed by 04, who's down at the rail racing in fifth. Exclusive Edition is in sixth, and then it's back to Clark Gable in seventh, and Trash Talk is eighth and last. Rounding the turn, going to the backstretch, and Keystone Throng up to grab the lead. Gaining ground on the outside, Topeka. Down at the rail, Fantastic Finale. Our Last Chef races fourth onto the backstretch. And then it's back to 04, completing the top five. Exclusive Edition racing sixth. Clark Gable is seventh, and Trash Talk trails the field. The opening quarter was in 30 seconds flat, and as they continue to the half-mile marker, Topeka has the lead, a length and a half. Keystone Throng right there second. Fantastic Finale third. Our Last Chef races in fourth. Revving up on the outside is 04, now racing in fifth, followed by Exclusive Edition, and then it is Clark Gable, and Trash Talk continues to trail. They're by the half, and 58-3. Flying up the backstretch was Topeka. Topeka opens up a quick length and a half. Along the inside is Fantastic Finale. Up on the outside, gaining ground very quickly. There goes Fantastic Finale into the action. Down at the rail, Keystone Throng is now back into third. And then on the outside, 04 is gaining ground now into fourth. And gaining ground on the extreme outside, that is Trash Talk. The 3/4 in 127 and 4, and Topeka turns for home in front. Topeka to the lead. Fantastic Finale racing second. As they come down to the final furlong, Topeka has drawn off to a commanding 3-length lead. Fantastic Finale along the inside. On the outside, Exclusive Edition from in between Our Last Chef. But as they go to the line, it's Topeka in front. Topeka 3 to the good by the 70-yard marker, and Topeka scores easily. Exclusive Edition was second. Close for the show between Fantastic Finale and Our Last Chef. Fifth race Pacers all in behind the gate, and here they come. And they're off. Janimal pacing fast and going for the lead. Up on the outside is Beyond Therapy. Far outside is Javaro. And down at the rail, that is a Noble Leader. They race around the clubhouse turn, and up to grab the early lead is Janimal. Up on the outside going by Javaro is going to challenge. At the rail, Noble Leader races in third, and then parked out, that is Beyond Therapy into the first four. Fox Valley Zeus is racing in fifth. Maringo Lane completes the top six. One for the Money is in seventh, and then Fox Valley Snake races eighth, and Be Home Early trails the field. First quarter of a mile clocked in 29 and 4. Javaro makes the top second. Janimal dropping back. Beyond Therapy goes to Plan B, drops in over to the rail, racing in third. And now Noble Leaders out and driving, going after the leaders from fourth. Fox Valley Zeus races in fifth, and then it is back to Maringo Lane racing in sixth. One for the Money is seventh. Through on the inside is Fox Valley Snake, and to the outside, Be Home Early continues to trail the field. They race to the half-mile marker, and Javaro has the lead. Halftime 59 and 3. Moving to the far turn, Javaro leads the way. On the outside, Noble Leader races in second. Down at the rail is Janimal in third. Up on the outside, Fox Valley Zeus is into the first four. Beyond Therapy locked in tight. Down at the rail racing in fifth. Maringo Lane's out and driving in sixth. Through on the inside, Fox Valley Snake is full of pace, looking for little racing room. And then it is back to One for the Money, and at the back is Be Home Early. They round the turn, coming for the top of the home stretch, and Javaro still has the lead. Noble Leaders just riding on the outside, forcing anyone to go three wide as they straighten for home. 3/4 in 131 and 1. It is Javaro in front. Noble Leader now asks for more. Gaining ground down the extreme outside is Fox Valley Zeus, and Fox Valley Zeus has made the lead. And One for the Money's been following, and now One for the Money blows right on by. You can put a ring around One for the Money. This race is for place. Fox Valley Zeus trying to hold off Janimal. One for the Money all alone. Six race Pacers, the Miss Single Star Series. They're all in behind the gate, and here they come. And they're off, and whoo, that Bluegrass speeding away from the gate, going for the lead. Plenty of Kisses down at the rail is away in second. Happy Face in between horses racing third. Whoo, that Bluegrass on a mission to get to the lead. Mission accomplished, has the lead by a length and a half. Happy Face racing in second. Up on the outside, that is Olola's Bud Light now into the top three. On the outside, Gemini Gazelle follows cover, racing now into fourth. Plenty of Kisses shuffled back now fifth. JK's DD is racing along in sixth. Talk a Lot is in seventh, and the trailer is Chi-Town Gale. The opening quarter of a mile clocked in 29 and 1, and as they race up the backstretch up to take the lead, that is Gemini Gazelle. Who Dat Bluegrass racing second. Lola's Bud Light lucky enough to find a seat at the rail, now third. And then it is back to fourth, and that is Happy Face going to the outside. Plenty of Kisses is on the move now, racing in fifth. JK's DD is racing in sixth. Talk a Lot is seventh, and the trailer is Chi-Town Gale. They race to the half-mile marker, and Gemini Gazelle leads the way. Halftime 57-4. They move on to the far turn. Gemini Gazelle the leader. Lola's Bud Light out and driving, racing second. Houdat Bluegrass is now third. Locked in tight at the rail. Plenty of Kisses up on the outside, racing in fourth. Happy Face down at the rail completes the top five. And then it's back to Talk a Lot, who races in sixth. JK's Didi is in seventh, and Chi-Town Gale trails the field. This is a wide open affair as they come to the top of the home stretch. Gemini Gazelle has the lead. Houdat Bluegrass looking for a way out on the inside. 3/4 and 127-4. It's Gemini Gazelle leading to the final eighth of a mile. Houdat Bluegrass has room to work with on the inside, or was it a trap? They race into the final eighth of a mile, and it is Gemini Gazelle the leader. Houdat Bluegrass racing second. Up on the outside, gaining ground, Chi-Town Gale. No one's going to catch Gemini Gazelle tonight. Gemini Gazelle is going to win with something in reserve for next week's final. It's Gemini Gazelle in front. Houdat Bluegrass second. Chi-Town Gale got up in time to take third. Seventh race Pacers all in behind the gate, and here they come. And they're off, and Roguish Fella is driving for the lead. Best Boy Hanover in between. Don't Walk down at the rail. They race onto the clubhouse turn, and it's Don't Walk leading the way. Racing second along the inside is Bermuda Road. And then up on the outside, gaining ground still is Roguish Fella, now into the top two. Following on the outside, Pacing Machine is racing in fourth. And then along the inside, completing the first five is Best Boy Hanover, followed by Justice Racing in sixth. Up on the outside is Rockledge Racing in seventh, and then it is back to Come On Johnny, and the trailer is Rakish Hanover. They raced the opening quarter in 29-1, and now they're on to the backstretch, and Don't Walk leads the way. Don't Walk on top. Roguish Fella settles down into second, and out and driving, Pacing Machine is moving up now third, followed by Bermuda Road racing in fourth. Best Boy Hanover on the move racing fifth, and then it's back to Rockledge in sixth, followed by Justice, who's been shuffled all the way back to seventh. Come On Johnny racing in eighth. And Rakish Hanover trails the field. They race by the half in 57-3. To the far turn, and Don't Walk has the lead. Don't Walk leading Pacing Machine by a length and a half. Along the inside, racing in third. That is a Roguish Fella. Up on the outside, gaining ground is a Rockledge into the first five. And then it's back to Bermuda Road racing in sixth. Come On Johnny's going three wide, now in seventh. Rakish Hanover on the extreme outside, racing in eighth. They are rounding the turn, coming for the top of the home stretch, and Don't Walk leads the way by 3/4 and 128 flat. It's Don't Walk in front. Roguish Fella gaining ground on the outside. From in between horses, Pacing Machine has dropped back. Coming off the rail very quickly, that is Bermuda Hanover, as they come through the final eighth of a mile. Up on the outside, it's Best Boy Hanover to the front. Along the inside is Roguish Fella. Roguish Fella leads the way. Best Boy Hanover back into second, and Rakish Hanover's finishing fast. Best Boy, that is Roguish Fella taking the lead. Roguish Fella in front. Rakish Hanover, then Best Boy Hanover. It is Roguish Fella in front. Eighth race Pacers all in behind the gate, and here they come. And they're off. Kelly's Chance drives for the lead. Up on the outside is Cerrone Lobel. Adios Springfield's down at the rail. They race around the clubhouse turn, and leading the way is Kelly's Chance. Up on the outside, Cerrone Lobel is going to challenge. Adios Springfield gets away in third. Up on the outside, looking for the front, is Icenatarian. And then along the inside, that is Baby Doctor completing the top five. And then it is back to Impressive Mendale, who races in sixth, followed by Head Viking in seventh. And Totality is racing to the outside and improving from last. The opening quarter of a mile clocked in 29 and 2, and as they race up the backstretch, leading the way is Icenatarian. Icenatarian paces to the front in front of Cerrone Lobel, but Kelly's Chance is not waiting any longer, goes right to the outside to challenge. Adios Springfield's also on the move. Baby Doctor stuck down at the rail, and then it's Head Viking racing into the first six. They go to the half-mile marker, and Icenatarian gives up the lead to Kelly's Chance. Kelly's Chance paces by and grabs the front. Adios Springfield on the outside now goes to the lead. Plenty of action as they race onto the turn for home. Adios Springfield grabs the lead. Kelly's Chance racing second. Up on the outside is Totality into the top three. Head Vikings on the outside moving up into fourth. And along the inside, Impressive Mendale is shuffled back in fifth. Cerrone Lobel races in sixth. And then it's back to Baby Doctor in seventh. They race by the half at 58 and 2. Turned for home after three quarters in 127 and 1. And to the front, Adios Springfield darts off to lead by 2. It's Adios Springfield in front. Kelly's Chance racing second. Along the inside, Totality third. Gaining ground on the outside, Cerrone Lobel. It is Adios Springfield. He's shortening stride, though. Vulnerable with 16th to go. Adios Springfield still has the lead. Kelly's Chance on the outside, Cerrone Lobel, but Adios Springfield's going to get there. Adios Springfield wins. Totality nips out Kelly's Chance for the place money. Ninth race pacers behind the gate. Here they come. And they're off and pacing, and that is Siouxland Dan firing out of the gate and going directly to the top. Siouxland Dan has taken the lead. Fox Valley Jordan races away in second. Anxious Debonair, the top three. And then it is back to TL Society, who is racing in fourth. And along the inside is Noteworthy Wolf completing the top five. Bill the Bartender races in sixth. Lake Hills Dock out of the gate racing in seventh, just in front of RT Special in eighth. And then ninth and last is Noteworthy Dude. Off the turn, straighten up onto the backstretch. Quarter was in 30 seconds flat. And Siouxland Dan controls the pace. Racing second is Fox Valley Jordan. And then Anxious Debonair completes the top three, followed by TL Society racing in fourth. Noteworthy Wolf completes the top five. Bill the Bartender racing along in sixth, and now it goes to the outside, revs off to gain ground. And then it is back to Lake Hills Dock, followed by RT Special, and at the back is a Noteworthy Dude. They're going to the half-mile marker behind the lead of Siouxland Dan. Half-time and 59 and 2. And now to the far turn, Siouxland Dan has the lead. Fox Valley Jordan racing second. Up on the outside, that is Anxious Debonair now into the top three. TL Society is on the outside racing in a fourth. Along the inside, Noteworthy Wolf shuffled back in fifth. Bill the Bartender is on the move on the outside racing in sixth. And then RT Special comes up the rail in seventh. Lake Hills Dock on the outside is eighth. And the trailer is Noteworthy Dude. They're bunching up as they come to the top of the home stretch, still chasing the lead of Siouxland Dan. Anxious Debonair on the outside, intensifying the pressure. Fox Valley Jordan looking for a way through on the inside as they race through the home stretch. It is Siouxland Dan in front. Anxious Debonair on the outside from in between horses. Racing in third is that on the outside comes TL Society. Anxious Debonair to the front. TL Society on the outside. Down at the rail, Siouxland Dan coming down to the line. And you can put a ring around Anxious Debonair. Anxious Debonair wins. TL Societies, and a photo with the pace-setting Siouxland Dan chiming in late was Bill the Bartender. 10th race, Pacers are all in behind the gate. Here they come. And they're off, and Half Dozen is encouraged to pick up speed, leaving the gate to go to the lead. Dynamic Lass along the inside. They race around the clubhouse turn and going off stride. That was Just Another Miles, and Just Another Miles caused mass confusion among the trailing 6. They race around the turn, going to the backstretch, and Dynamic Lass leads the way. And then Rapt Wishes 7th, Society Jan 8th, Just Another Miles back on gate trails the field. First quarter was clocked in 30 2/5, and Dynamic Lass in it in 1/5, and now they're rounding the turn for home. Dynamic Lass has the lead on top by a length. It's Dynamic Lass leading the way along the inside. Half Dozen looking for a way out. Magic Shopper on the outside, and full of pace, no racing room for Festino Hanover. In the final furlong, it is Dynamic Lass who's going to score. Half Dozen chasing second. Festino Hanover might have been the best, but lacked a little luck. As they come to the line, Dynamic Lass is in front. Pacers for the 11th race are all in behind the gate. And here they come. And they're off. Going for the lead is Sportsmaster, and then it is Stetson who gets away in second. Ken Rumack down at the rail is racing in third, and up on the extreme outside, going after the early lead, that is Another Caper. They race around the turn, and Sportsmaster leads the way. Stetson racing second. Another Caper on the outside is ahead up on Ken Rumack, racing in third. And then Trump Park is going 3 wide after the lead. And then it is back to Armbro Copus, who completes the top 6, followed by Art racing in 7th. Hampton's Jim Bob, and Always Leader, is at the back. The opening quarter in 29 4. There's a real scramble on for the front. That is Another Caper taking the lead. Trump Parka's 3 wide. Sportsmaster relinquishes and drops back to third. And then it's back to Stetson completing the first 4, followed by Kenru Mack racing in a 6. Up on the outside, Art races in 7th. Down at the rail, Armbro Copus is in 8th, and then it's back to Hampton's Jim Bob, and the trailer is Always a Leader. Halftime 57-2. They move to the far turn, and Another Caper has made the lead, but really had to pay for it. Trump Park settles back into second. Along the inside, Sportsmaster is third. Out and going is Ken Mack, completing the first 4. And then along the inside, that is Stetson racing in 5th. Moving up on the outside, Art is racing in 6th. And then it's back to Hampton's Jim Bob in 7th. Armbro Copus shuffled back in 8th. Always a Leader, 9th and last. They're coming for the top of the home stretch, and Another Caper has the lead through 3 quarters in 1, 28 2. They straighten into the home stretch, and it's a wide open horse race. Anyone can win. Leading the way, Another Caper on the inside, gaining ground down the center of the track. Here comes Art on the outside, trying to catch Another Caper from in between. That is Trump Park, and on the outside is Hampton's Jim Bob. It's Another Caper holding on to the lead. Art on the outside. Another Caper, Art. One more try. Can't split them. Another Caper might have got there. Art on the outsides in that photo. Time of the mile was 1:58 3.